So I'm often asked where I get materials to build my artwork. I'm going to show you a few sources here. First, let's start out with Habitat for Humanity. So if you go into one of these stores, the first thing you're probably going to see is they do have a furniture section. So sometimes I might see an extra project for my own home or something I could break down for artwork. Next, you can run through the tile section, see if there's anything interesting you could add. I always hit the paint because you can get a gallon of paint just for a couple bucks. They usually have quarts too. And then my favorite section, of course, is the stain. I always get affordable stain here. Next, there's usually a separate cabinet section more for like garage type items. So if you want to build up your workshop, you can. I always pick up old cabinet doors for holiday projects. You can usually get them for a couple bucks. Then I head over to the flooring and trim section, and I often incorporate these into my artwork just to give it some depth. So you can see here, this is what I picked up today, a couple cabinet doors and a ton of trim, and it was only $39. Next is wood fencing. So if you can hook up with a local fencing company to grab what they take off before they discard it, or just put out a shout out on your neighborhood page, it's a great place to get wood. Now the top and bottom is usually rotten, so you're going to want to cut that off, and it is quite labor intensive. By the time you cut everything down and plane it and trim it, you know, it's usually free, but it's free for a reason, as I guess what I'm saying. But all that work will leave you quite a bit of wood for months. Next is job sites. So if you have a job site in your area, such as this one I had in my neighborhood, you can just stop and talk to the superintendent and ask if you can have access to the scrap pile. So those are my top 3 sources. Drop a comment. I'm curious where yours are.